What's up, y'all? Man, back with another one. Man, in this video, man, I've been dealing with this for a very long time. I wouldn't say a long time, but like just starting out in business. Don't do things out of desperation or being desperate, I would say. What's up, y'all? Man, back with another one. Man, in this video, man, I've been dealing with this for a very long time. I wouldn't say a long time, but like just starting out in business. Don't do things out of desperation or being desperate, I would say. And when I say that, and I don't do things out of desperation or don't be desperate, and I'm only saying word, but that, man, like, I remember, like, past couple weeks, maybe last month or so, or a couple, I can't even remember, at the time, but I remember this. Like, I used to get these gigs thinking that I can do them and all, right? And the fact that I'm thinking to myself, I can do this. These gigs ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm an expert at this stuff, so let me go and pick up these gigs and all. And then the person will reach out to me and all, and I will ask them questions like I was supposed to. Answer questions exactly what they want, ball, and explain to me exactly what they want. And now knowing of the fact that like I ain't never in my life done a video, done whatever they want, I ain't never done it, and I'm thinking to myself, this is gonna be easy, I can do this, and asked them how much they budget is, and told me how much they budget. So I was like, all right, cool, I gonna wipe this junk out, get the money real quick here and there, and go ahead about my day, But the issue was the fact that thinking that I can do it, and then like getting to the actual set itself, it was something totally different. I was like, I wasn't expecting to do all this, and thinking that this was gonna be easy, but it was very challenging, I would say. And to speak on this in general, I can't be doing stuff out of desperation, and because at the time it was like thinking that I need the money so I can pay this off, pay that off, pay this off. That's not how like business work, and when I say that's not how business work, and at the time me being desperate, thinking that let me get this money real quick so I can pay this off or I can pay this off. I shouldn't, this is what I would say, never want to get in business. I learned this is what I learned, never want to get in business doing things just to pay bills. Like I never wanted to get in business for that. And at the time I was just desperate because I want the money. But that shouldn't be no excuse either. Don't do stuff out of desperation as well. And I've learned that now, and I'm, telling you or whoever listening to this, I'm telling the person on the other side of the screen, don't do things out of desperation just because you're thinking that of the fact that like, bro, like you need the money right now. Like you gotta take this in mind and really be like, okay, am I built for the gig that's coming along? And am I capable of getting the job done? Even me asking the questions to the guy that, reached out to me and thinking that I can do it. But all in all, it was like something totally different that I ain't never, just because of the fact that like I do video production, doesn't mean I can do anything and everything that's along the lines of video production. And that's why in the video, niching down was really like helpful to me, because just all in all, doing that gig and all, it made me like revert back to that video to myself. Like, bro, like this is the reason why you niche down. Like you want to do these certain type of videos, you want to do this certain type of content. Like you don't do that, so why would you put yourself through that? Man, I put myself through that, and I'm not gonna expose no names or anything like that. The client obviously didn't like the video, and I was kind of, in the sense of, I was kind of mad at myself. Not gonna lie to you, because knowing that, like, bro, like, why did I put myself through that? Why did I do that? And just of the fact that, like, me being desperate, it caused me to do that. And then was another gig that I had got, and other gig that I had got, it was kind of like the same thing, but it was kind of the more so of, like, you know, the person want videos and photos, you know, and, you know, wanted some help trying to do it. And I'm not blaming the guy either as well. Wanted some help to actually do that gig, and it was an event. So one needed some help to do that, but the guy didn't show up. So the fact that the guy didn't show up, and it was like, dang, bro, like, I'm out here by myself. And the fact that, like, I'm really out here by myself, and like, I'm doing two things at one time. I'm doing video, I'm taking pictures, all at the same time. Man, listen, bro, I've seen certain people content where they can do both, as far along the lines of they can do photos and videos all at the same time. Seeing people, they have like one camera on their hip, and while they got a gimbal recording, and then when they stop recording, or like they keep recording and hold the gimbal in their hand, and they start just shooting pictures. I'm like, whoever doing that, bro, like, the guy I seen do content like that, man, you something else, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. You something else. I cannot do that. I'm telling you, and I'm telling you now, I am not that multi doing it. And like, I literally had to, if I do that, and like, I'm gonna have to just have like 4 or maybe 3 cameras that's recording a video from different angles and go from there, and they all like be in sync and all, right? And then of the fact that, like, just me just taking pictures, like, that's literally the only way. Or like, I have some help, people, you know, helping me do that. But man, yo, like, trying to do video and photos all at the same time, man, listen, I ain't doing that junk again. I'm telling you, I'm not doing that junk again. But just to speak on that, like, that was another gig that out of desperation, and thinking that I needed money, thinking that it's gonna be good, it's gonna be good for business, because I might can get an opportunity out of this. And man, I'm telling you, man, like, I can't be doing stuff out of desperation. And just tell you, don't do the same. Don't do stuff out of desperation either, man, thinking that you thinking this will help your brand even more. But all in all, it's like, it's not even helping your brand. It's not even helping you. And it's hurting you and hurting your brand even more. It's making you look real bad. And I didn't know that at the time. But now that I know, I'm not going to set myself up for like that again. And man, now, just off the strength of just learning that in general, now what I do is, like, trying to pick more gigs where that's on the lines of fitting my niche. Not only like along the lines of fitting my niche, where I'm an expert at, you know what I'm saying? If someone come up to me now, like, ask for, can you do video and photos for my gig, for my event? I'm gonna tell them no. Like, I can do photos, photography, I can do along those lines of that. But if you want video, then it's gonna be extra for video and photos, you know? Yeah, just because of the strength of the amount of time that you had to take within doing video and photos at an event, man. And that event that I had done, doing both, it was like, bro, it was stressful. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It was really stressful, man, because if for any photographer, videographer that's in here watching this, you know, like, you have to look out for if the video's exposed or, well, underexposed or overexposed. or you want to make sure that your video is exposed. And it's like, it's kind of hard trying to look at, some people can do it, I'm not, hey, all means, kudos to you. Me, I can't do that. I learned that I am a very detailed person. And the fact that I'm a very detailed person, I want the stuff to look, from my shots, from my pictures, from my videos, I want it to look a certain way for the client. I want to please the client, but I want that, man, everything got to be crispy. You feel me? And trying to do that, it was not the best fit. And then like I said before, I can't put myself through that. So is that being said, man, conclusion of all in all, bro, just, don't do things out of desperation. Don't be just picking. Now, I know I made another video about getting reps in. Of course, you want to get your reps in and get it in, but all in all, you got to really be mindful of the fact and taking in consideration of the fact that, can I handle this? Am I capable of doing this? You have to think that mentally, can I physically too? Can you take on the challenge that is given to you? And other fact, okay, what is the reason for me doing this? And like I say, I believe to myself that everything that I do, I have to do it with a purpose. If I ain't doing it with a purpose, then it's what's the reason for me doing it? You see what I'm saying? Even if I'm doing something that might not more sense have a purpose at first and all, but when I keep going, eventually it's going to have a purpose in behind it and all. But some stuff that I have done that didn't have a purpose, it's I can't continue to keep putting myself through that. And I realize in business and all, less work is the best work to me. I think I heard somebody said that, and just in my opinion, or off the strength of the person saying that, just to think that, bro, don't try to put yourself through this stuff knowing that you don't have to put yourself through that. Don't try to overwork yourself. There's no reason to overwork yourself. Why are you overworking yourself for? For what? That caused burnout. That caused this week, just off the strength of talking about the desperation, trying to do everything and anything. It's made me realize, bro, I gotta cut out some stuff that I'm trying to accomplish. That's not fulfilling the brand, fulfilling the purpose of what I'm trying to accomplish, what I'm trying to decrease in things, taking things a whole nother level. Some stuff, okay, there was another thing I was doing as far as the podcast, and this probably going to another video, but off the podcast, there's something in the podcast where there's a segment I call it's word of advice. And with the segment word of advice, and I used to take that clip out of the podcast and just post it as a single long form content clip. And I used to post it and realized bro, you ain't got to do all that for real. Just make the reels and shorts and then go on about your day. Or I could turn it into a reel or short. I don't have to put myself through that. That's what I'm just basically trying to say. Don't put so much pressure on yourself. And when you're doing stuff sometimes out of desperation, that's what you tend to do. That's what I tend to do. Put myself through this work that I don't even have to put myself through. Just be patient. You're going to get the gigs that's going to come along the way. You're going to get the stuff that's, pertaining to your niche. Some of the gigs I can get, but just be mindful of my time and just be mindful of the mental capacity, physical capacity that I can take on these challenges. And so, yeah, don't do things out of desperation. Don't be desperate. Man, that's just pretty much all I have to say. Man, so, that being said, day by day, this is a better day. Smooth for life. We out.